जाने समझे ज्ञान वास्तु शास्त्र का, पृथ्वी अग्नि जल वायु स्थान कहाँ आकाश का।
ओम वास्तु पुरुषाय नमो नमः।
खुद ही समझो खुद ही जानो, कहता है क्या घर आपका।
So, Mr. Gyani, this is all about plants and trees where we can have it in our house. Now, when we talk about septic tanks and soak pits.
Oh, very important.
Yeah.
See, most countries, most developed countries have drainage lines.
Okay.
India is, I think, 80%. This India survives on soak pits and septic tanks.
Yeah.
Maybe only 20% of the areas in India may have drainage lines. In America, most homes have drainage lines. But all those people, even in America, who live in rural area, countryside, they do not have drainage lines. Even there, they use soak pits and septic tanks. Even in Europe, cities have drainage lines, but rest may have the countryside, they have soak pits and septic tanks. So, this world is not full of drainage line. Most of it is on soak pit and septic tank only. And there is one big group that goes in the open. They don't need septic tank, they don't need nothing. They go in the open, right? There are very many developing, underdeveloping countries where they do not have sanitation facility.
Yeah.
For so many. Anyway, this is north, this is northwest, this is the center of north and northwest. This is west, and this is the center of west and northwest. This is east, this is southeast, and this is the center of
east and
southeast. So, you can have your soak pit and septic tank between northwest and west. You can have your soak pit and septic tank between north and northwest.
Okay.
This is about the plot. And you can have your soak pit in between east and southeast. And again between south and southeast. Right.
Okay.
Because when you have your soak pit septic tank between east and southeast, what you are doing is you are not spoiling the aura of the east. And you are also not spoiling the aura of the fire and Venus. So, you are somewhere in between.
Okay.
You are safeguarding the east, you are safeguarding the Venus and the fire. Again here, you are safeguarding the southeast. Right. Here, you are safeguarding the Saturn and the moon and the Mercury.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
You can never have your septic tanks, water
In the
bodies
center.
in the center of the house. This is fatal. One in the family will immediately die the moment you do this. Within 21 months, somebody will die if you create such a thing.
Oh my God.
You get me?
Yeah.
Okay, so these are the areas. One between north and northwest, one between northwest and west, one between southeast and south, one between east and southeast. Okay.
Yeah.
So far so good?
Yeah.
Supposingly you have a soak pit in the southeast corner, right? And if you have a soak pit in the southeast corner, and if I tell you to fill this up, the first thing is vacuum it, then fill it with mud and create another here or here or here or here. You are going to say, I don't have the money to do it. Why you don't have the money? Because I said Venus had 7 sons and all the 7 sons were blessed with 7 type of money, and because you spoiled the Venus corner, you will have problems with finances. Now you have your septic tank and soak pit here. I am sure you have problems with finances and you do not have an X amount to fill this up and make a new one. So in that case, what do you do? So what you need to do is you need to put a silver wire of 1 mm or copper wire of 6.25 mm in a half circle, half round shape like this between the septic tank and the house. Once you do this, then you are fine with it. Do not do this on Tuesdays. If you have a septic tank here, right, then your wire has to go like this. If you have a septic tank here, then like here, it can go like this, right?
Yeah.
You have to make a semicircle, a half round to get that deleted. But you cannot do it. You cannot do it. Supposingly your septic tank is here, you cannot do it like this. You have to take a half round. You
Okay.
have to go like this. This is a good arrangement. It is believed to be good in the science of home building.
building.
You know why it is supposed to be good?
No,
You want to know why it is
Yeah.
supposed to be good?
definitely.
Every country, every big city, rather old city, has used to have 4 crossroads.
Okay.
In the olden days, every city will have a 4 crossroad, and those crossroads were like this, right?
Yeah.
So a bullock cart will come from here and it will park itself, and these used to be shops,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
And it will unload the material and go.
Okay.
When it is standing here, it does not disturb the other traffic that is moving around this island,
Okay.
right? So this was the space created for parking of loading and unloading, because this used to be the main bazaar in the old city.
Okay.
So every city used to have a main bazaar of this shape. Every activity, economic activity of grocery, of whatever, used to be only in this market. And there
Okay.
used to be one market in city.
Okay.
And that was the city. That's all. It was a very small place.
Okay.
Right. So these were the areas that were created for bullock carts and camel carts to come and park themselves there
themselves.
for unloading and unloading without disturbing the other traffic.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nowadays, the engineers, the so-called town planning engineers, have changed it into such a circle. Right?
Yeah.
Now this is, I don't know whether this is concave or convex, but either or, this is convex, so this is concave. If this is concave, convex, then this is concave.
Concave.
I don't really know the exact name of this and this, but
Okay.
the difference between this and this is about this.
Okay.
So these days we have these circles, they are supposed to be bad according to the science of home building. And these circles are supposed to be
Good.
good according to the science of home building. Now supposingly this is north, this is east, this is south, and this is west. Now technically when I see this shop, what I see is that the head is missing, because this is north, this is east of this junction.
Yeah. Yeah.
Technically the northwest is missing
Yeah.
of this junction,
Yeah.
right? And of this junction the feet is missing,
missing.
southwest,
Yeah.
and this junction the southeast fire corner is
fire
missing.
corner is-
But this is not supposed to be a flaw.
Okay.
A circle like this, a circle like this, a circle is not a flaw, but a circle like this is a flaw.
Okay.
You get me?
Yeah.
So in spite of this dismemberment, in spite of this dismemberment, in spite of this dismemberment,
It is not
you
a
will
flaw.
see that there is lot of crowd in this market, and
Okay.
everybody is doing good business.
Okay.
And do you know any example of such a thing?
I guess no.
Connaught Place. You are a Delhiite. We are in
Yeah.
Delhi.
Yeah.
Connaught Place is like this.
Definitely.
And Connaught Place is the costliest premise maybe in whole India.
Yeah.
And you will always see a lot of crowd there.
A
lot of
lot.
people purchasing things over there.
Yeah.
Right? Because this circle is not a flaw.
Flaw.
But if it is, but this circle is a flaw. you will not see business on these new complexes.
Yeah.
But this complex you will see a lot of business.
Definitely.
You get me?
Yeah.
So there are circles like this in almost every old city of the world,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
So this is allowed, and therefore when you have a septic tank in your house like this, here you have to go for this
Okay. That is why we have to go for a circular wire.
circular wire, because what you are doing is you are making your house like this. Okay,
Yeah.
you got me?
Yeah.
So this works.
So finally the concept of septic tanks is clear now.
Correction is clear.
Correction is clear. So friends, after discussing about the septic tanks and soak pits in the house, now let's move on to the balconies. Well, Mr. Gyani, what will you say about balconies now? Where should it be?
Balconies are in bungalows
Yeah.
and in apartments. However, once when I was in US, I realized that most buildings do not have balconies. Incidentally and fortunately, I had a chance to meet a couple of architects at different occasions, and I asked them why I don't see balconies in US, and both gave one same answer, and they said balconies are a wastage of space. Who has the time to stand in a balcony?
Yeah.
In my country, in India, there are so many houses, so many apartments where they do give balconies. But believe me, in the last 15 years, I have not seen somebody standing in a balcony. I am really craving to see somebody standing in the balcony. 20 years back, an American architect tells me it is a wastage of space. Indeed, it is a wastage of space, because we do design balconies, but actually nobody stands there. But in apartments, if you have a balcony in the besides the kitchen, it does help to dry the clothes, washed clothes.
Yeah.
But if you have a balcony in the bedroom, I don't think anybody goes and stands there and enjoys that balcony.
Yeah.
Only the maid will go there, mop the floor and come back.
Definitely.
So balconies are actually wastage of spaces. In these days, especially in India, when they design apartments, what they do is they make a bedroom here and they give an attached toilet to the bedroom.
Okay.
Now the size of the bedroom is 11 feet or 12 feet from here to here.
Okay.
But you cannot have a bathroom, a toilet of 12 feet.
Yeah.
So they give a toilet of 7 feet or maybe 8 feet, right? So the rest 3 or 4 feet is remaining, and then they say, okay, we are giving you a balcony.
Okay.
Actually, a balcony comes later on, but because that space is left, so they convert it into a balcony. And they say they use it as a marketing gimmick by saying that we have given you a balcony. Actually, they never wanted to give a balcony because they gave a room of 11 feet and a bathroom of 7 feet. So what do they do with this 4 feet? So they say, okay, balcony.
Okay.
You get me?
Yeah.
So it is like that. Now, this balcony, according to the science of home building, though it is on the same floor, it is a dismemberment of this corner, southwest,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Because the main frame of your house will be considered as like this,
Okay.
because here the balcony has only a grill, it does not have a wall.
Wall.
As a result, this portion is a dismemberment of the flat of the apartment, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So we believe that you have cut the southwest corner. Or for example, if you have a bedroom here and you get a toilet here and in the rest 3 or 4 feet you get a balcony, then this we consider as dismemberment of the northeast. Because I don't see I see a wall here, I see a wall here, I see a wall here, I see a wall here. But over here there is a grill,
Okay.
a steel grill, MS grill, which makes it a balcony. So I do not consider to be this as the part of the flat.
Flat.
So I see the frame of the flat like this, right?
Yeah.
So I say your northeast has been dismembered.
Okay.
You get my point?
Yeah.
So this is not a proper balcony. This is not a proper balcony. Similarly, this is not a proper balcony, and this is not a proper
balcony.
So there is a rule to balconies, that balconies should be designed in such a way that there is a geometry to the balcony.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it should be part of the elevation by itself. Okay.
Yeah.
Now how will you design a balcony that is part of the elevation or it is not a dismemberment? Supposingly this is your house, and on the first floor you have this as a balcony and you have this as a balcony, right?
Yeah.
Now if this is 30 feet, right, then this has to be 10 feet, 10 feet and 10 feet. Now there is a geometry to this, and
Yeah.
this is a balcony. You get me?
Yeah.
So what you see is that there is a geometry to this. Now these balconies are allowed because your northeast corner is here and your northwest corner is here,
Yeah.
right? And these two balance each other. So
Okay.
they are not the extensions. So this balcony is allowed. Again, in the east you can have this balcony like this, right? So you can have this as a balcony,
Okay.
right? This is your main wall, this is your main wall, and this is a grill. You get me?
Yeah.
So this becomes a balcony.
Okay.
If you do not have this, doesn't matter, you can also design a balcony like this.
That is in the center of the north.
Center of the north.
Okay.
Or in the center of
From
the
the
east. Now this becomes your balcony. These balconies are allowed. But if you are going to cut the corner and make a balcony, then these are not the balconies.
Okay.
You get my point?
Yeah.
So these are supposed to be good balconies.
Okay. And what
Where
about
there is
south and west?
geometry. Avoid balconies in the south.
Okay.
Yeah, supposingly this is your house and you have a balcony in the south. Okay.
Yeah.
Now once you have a balcony in the south, it means extension of the south,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Extension of south, what does it mean? Does it mean anything to you, Pia?
No.
No, it doesn't mean anything to you. It means a lot to me.
Okay.
So what it means to me, it says that extension of south means extension of evil.
Okay. Because
Right.
south is the direction of evil.
Evil and devil.
Yeah.
So it means extension of evil.
Evil.
So this is the map of India,
Yeah.
right? Just the half. Then
Yeah.
you have the Kashmir and you have the Assam and you have everything, right?
Yeah.
Like this. I am not good at designing, but it implies that this is India and this is Sri
This
Lanka.
is Sri Lanka.
Now this is India. The south of India is extended. As a result, what happened, that the Mughals ruled India for ages and they looted India
Okay.
for years. Then the Portugals ruled India and they looted India for ages. And then the Britishers ruled India and they looted India for ages. And even today, India is being looted,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
There is a lot of drainage in India, drainage of resources.
Yeah.
So it is because of this extension of south that India is always looted and will be looted until we do something about
This
the
extension.
extension of the south.
Okay.
There needs to be some correction about the extension of the south.
Okay.
Right. So an extension of south means that you will get a partner who will talk to you all of the sweet things, extract all your money, get invested into a project,
And will run
and he
away.
will run away. Right. Or you will be put into a court matter or into a police case, or your son-in-law might ask you money from you for some business and never give you back. So extension of south of this balcony means
Extension of
somebody will
devil.
loot you. So
Yeah.
you can have a balcony in the north,
In the east.
east, maybe also in the west. It gives you a lot of spiritualism, but never
Never
in
the
south.
Okay.
आओ जाने समझे ज्ञान वास्तु शास्त्र का